Well, welcome back, everybody. 2021 maple syrup season. I didn't know if it'd ever begin. So here we are. Very end of February, and we're doing our first boil. So let me tell you what Youngblood Family Farm is doing this season. We're cutting back a little bit this season. Last season I ended up not being able to get sap boiled. A little bit of a hectic schedule with kids and with activities and with life. And so we're cutting back a little bit this year. This year we are in the 45-ish tap range. And boy, I can't believe it. In 2 days of collecting, really 36 hours of collecting on those 45 taps, we're upwards 150, 160 gallons of sap. Sap percentage is anywhere from 1.8 deep in the woods to 2.4 out in the yard. And so pretty good numbers so far. We've had a pretty consistent run over the first 36 hours. And now we are doing some boiling. So what I've learned is my vlogs usually go to YouTube to die, and that's fine. That's fine. I am definitely not making this a full-time job. But what I want to do is I want to be able to spend some time each one of these episodes sharing. Some might say teaching. I'm just going to say sharing, and possibly even coaching. I am blown away with how many people have perfected this art, and yet they don't have a means or a platform to share. And so I'm going to share. So today we're going to call this "Don't Let the Boil Stop." So often I have friends and I see folks and they're making syrup, they're excited, and they've got a canning pot on a turkey fryer, or they've got steam pans over cinder blocks, and they talk about how long it takes. And yeah, that's how I started. I started on a turkey fryer with a canning pot, and I completely understand that it takes a long time. But what I've learned is we can increase efficiency by just doing a few things. So I want to share those. The first one is that you need to get a warming pan. I don't care if it actually gets any heat, but you need to have a warming pan, and you need to have a way for that warming pan to allow the sap to easily enter into the pan. When you take cold sap out of a bucket and you dump it into your pan or your canning pot, the boil stops. And then it takes all that energy to get that boil going again, and then steam is created. That's way inefficient. I can fill up that warming pan right now, fill the firebox, and I can go inside, I could go do other things for about 20 minutes is what I have. And so we need a way to allow that sap to enter into the pan. And the boil won't stop then. Other way we can increase efficiency is I see pictures of people boiling at night and fire's just shooting out that chimney stack. And it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty fun, it's pretty cool. But the point is to keep the fire underneath the pan. So by just adding a small damper, it keeps the pan hot. Now you will have some heat going up that chimney stack, but you can adjust it a little. So another thing that you can do is push air in. Now it'd be near impossible to do that with a turkey fryer setup, but you could build a surround around that turkey fryer to keep wind from blowing through. But to have a fan blows air in, makes it super hot, and then keep that heat in by having a damper on the chimney. Another way to become efficient is we need the fire to hit the bottom of the pan. If the fire's not hitting the bottom of the pan, you're not going to get boil to happen. I've seen evaporators that are super tall and you need to stack all the wood in, and it holds a lot of wood, but as soon as the wood starts to burn down, well, now your fire isn't hitting the bottom of the pan. It's inefficient. Even if you built a grate or put concrete pavers in the bottom of it to build it up, it needs to happen. The fire has to hit the bottom of the pan. We need to use dry wood. You need to dry wood or whatever your fuel source. It's going to take a lot of fuel. And if you're trying to burn this, if you're splitting wood and sticking big pieces of oak in, it's not going to work. We need dry wood. We want light wood. We do not want the fire to last. We want fire to burn up the piece of wood and then to be gone. And so we need to make sure we're having dry wood and small pieces of wood. Now, some of that small may depend on how big your firebox is. You know, if you've got a 4-foot by 8-foot firebox, well, you're going to need bigger pieces of wood, and that makes sense. But someone in a small barrel stove like I have, we need little tiny pieces of wood. Lots of them too. And so my last tip is, if you want to be efficient, if you're working a full-time job, if you are want to enjoy this hobby, a reverse osmosis system is a pretty good idea. It doesn't have to be big. It can very much be a hobby one like I have. There's companies out there that make hobby-sized reverse osmosis systems. But what that has allowed me to do is to remove water while I'm sleeping, remove water as I'm driving to work and at work. Heck, it's pulling water off right now, even as I'm boiling. And so the investment's pretty low. Removes at least half my water usually, sometimes a little bit more. Reducing my time, reducing my wood, reducing my wife's patience on me. And so these are my tips, okay? Take them, leave them, call me idiot, I don't know. But these are some of my tips, and I thought they were worthwhile sharing. So, we're gonna be making syrup this season. We don't know what the season's gonna bring. We don't know what weather's gonna bring, but I'm gonna tell you, it's a pretty strong start to this 2021 season for us. And so we are looking forward to it, and we're looking forward to sharing. So have a great day. It was nice sharing some time with you. Bye now.